Everyone, I don't know what's going on. I'm share screen with your audience. No, I don't want to do that. Hey everyone, we're about to get started. I'm live streaming from YouTube for the first time. I've never done this. I don't know. We'll see how it goes. Am I doing it right? I don't know. Hello, everyone. We'll give everyone a couple minutes. We're just going to go through the itinerary for the Banff trip. We're going to talk through everything, and then I'll tell everyone how to book it and when it goes on sale, and answer any questions y'all have. I'm pretty excited about this one because it's a pretty chill trip. So, okay, we've got a good group of people. I don't know if we have people on YouTube. I don't know how YouTube works. Oh, we do. Hi. Fun. I got a glass of wine. You should probably pour one if you've got it, if you want it. Okay, so y'all, we're going back to Banff. If you haven't seen any of the YouTube videos from the first time we went to Banff, hop over to YouTube and check them out. It's a different itinerary, so we're not doing exactly the same thing, but it's still Banff, which is pretty epic if you've ever been. Sorry, I'm managing like multiple screens and it's a little overwhelming. No, Becky, I love your enthusiasm. Okay, so Banff, sorry, I'm losing my voice. You're gonna hear about it at some point, but I was pretty sick my last week on the PCT. I'm still not totally 100%. And there's a good chance it was COVID. I couldn't test because I was in the middle of the woods, but I don't know. Anyway, so sorry that I don't have a full voice, but we're going to Banff. There are 22 spots. The dates are September 8th through September 13th of next year, 2025. I'm going to jump into the itinerary, but I think the first thing I'll mention is how perfect these trips are for people who have never camped before. If you've camped, they're great too. It's a very luxurious way to camp, but everything's provided for us. Everything is hauled there for us, except for a few things. You have to bring a sleeping bag and a pillow if you want it, stuff like that. But like your tent, all of the cooking gear, all the kitchen stuff, all of the food, everything else is taken care of. So it's a pretty cushy way to camp, especially if you haven't camped a lot. So if you haven't camped a lot, do not let that deter you. This is the perfect first camping opportunity. So anyway, we arrive on the 8th, and we just get settled. They'll show us how to set up our tents. We'll set up our tents. We'll make our first dinner. We'll have lots of welcome meetings and chats and stuff, and we'll get ready for our first full day, which is on the 9th. We'll have breakfast. So all of our meals, for the most part, are provided, at least most of the breakfasts and dinners, and they're provided at camp. So we're expected to, chip in and help cut vegetables and things like that. But in general, the guides have planned our meals. They've purchased everything, like they're in charge. So it's pretty chill in that regard. But we have breakfast, and then we do the Lake Agnes Tea House Trail, which, if you've ever seen a photo of Banff and you've seen that epic turquoise lake, that's probably Lake Agnes. There's other lakes like that in the area, some even in Washington, I'm sure in Glacier, but that's probably what you've seen is Lake Agnes. And right off the lake, next to the lake, is a little tea house. They have tons of teas, coffee, soups, sandwiches, snacks, and things like that. And it's a relatively easy hike to get up there. It's not that far, and it's not a lot of climbing, and it's definitely worth it when you get to the top because the tea house is pretty cute. On our first trip a couple years ago, we didn't think it was open. We were at the beginning of the season, or the end of the season, beginning of the season, and they didn't think it was open yet, and we got up there and it was open. So that was pretty killer. Okay, so then we have lunch, and then we are going to take a bus to Moraine Lake, and we'll check that all out. It's a little trail. It's 2 miles, but it's rated easy. The elevation change is just 315 feet. So that's for most people a gentle stroll. And then we'll go back to the campground, have dinner. I don't know if the first one will happen that night, but we always make some silly reels on these trips, either dance reels or something else, and we'll have various rehearsals like throughout the trip. So the first one might be this first night, but we usually kind of play it by ear and just kind of do it when it's convenient. Okay, day 3. This is the super chill day. We have a bike tour around Banff, the town of Banff, in the morning, and then we have the afternoon free in Banff just to explore and play around. And then we go back to the campground and have dinner. If you have never been to Banff, it's just a cute little mountain town. The restaurants are really good. I've had some really bunker there. There's cute shops to do some shopping. So anyway, that will be a fun day. And then day 4. So we have breakfast, and then the only part of the trip that is not like super chill is this next activity, and it's the Ridge Walker. So if you are scared of heights, you're welcome to sit this one out. It sounds a little more intense than it actually is, but we are going to be in helmets. We're going to be strapped in, just because there's some large drop-offs. Nothing crazy. If you're worried about it, reach out and I'll give you more information so you know exactly what you're getting yourself into. But this whole itinerary is very chill. So just don't let the helmets and strapping in scare you. If you're super, 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 super scared of heights, you're welcome to sit this one out. Otherwise, I think you'll be fine. I've been told much more chill than this description leads you to believe. The one thing to note is that there is a weight limit, I think, of, let's see, 308 pounds. So again, if you're not interested in doing it, or if you exceed the weight limit, which I usually do, I currently don't because I just finished walking from Mexico to Canada. Normally I wouldn't be able to. But anyway, welcome to sit that one out if that's not for you. Then we'll have lunch, and then we have another pretty easy hike in the afternoon. It's a loop trail, just like 2.5 miles, and then we go back to the campground. And then day 5. So day 5, we'll wake up, we'll have breakfast, and then we have a hike in the morning. Again, an easier hike. It's longer, but the elevation change is not a lot. It is the longest and the most elevation change of any of our hikes, I believe. But it's still pretty chill. So then we have lunch, and then in the early evening, we are going to a Nordic spa and chilling there for the rest of the afternoon and evening. So day 6 is our last day. We wake up, we have breakfast, and then we all head out. So let me get to the pricing. So the way the pricing works is that there's early bird pricing, which means the first 12 spots are at a reduced price. And once those fill up, then the price goes up to the regular price. So the early bird price is $2,245, and the regular price is $2,399. So there's a max of 22 spots, and those first 12 will get the early bird price. I don't know how popular it's going to be. The last time we went to Banff, which was about 1.5 years ago, it was sold out in a few hours. I don't know if that will happen again, but it's a really popular destination. It's close for Americans, and it's like if you have not seen the Canadian Rockies, they are hard to describe. I live in Colorado. Colorado is freaking gorgeous, but they're kind of like Colorado Rockies on steroids, in my opinion. Okay, what is included? Let's take a look at that, and it's on another page. Oh, I haven't been looking at questions. What's everyone going on about? Oh, Jacob, thank you. That's incredibly sweet. Yeah, reschedule. Come on, do that. Oh, I'm well. Glamping, please. Yeah, I don't know if I would call this technically glamping. When I think of glamping, I think more of like a real bed and like a nice, like big canvas yurt or something, and it's not that. It's definitely luxurious compared to schlepping your own crap to a campground and dealing with all the cooking equipment and buying the food and organizing everything. It's definitely more luxurious. But I don't know that I'd go as far as glamping. I think that's relative, isn't it? Oh, Dana, Mary Ellen. Yes, we got lots of Iceland people here. Oh, so we went to Iceland in January. If you have questions, they can fill you in. Why do I look so greasy? Gross. Anyway, are there any other Iceland peeps in here? Oh, Becky loves ridge walks. I've never done one. I'm not a big fan of heights, but I'm for sure gonna do it. It's apparently the perceived danger is a lot less than the actual danger, and that's my specialty. So if you, I'm going to go through what's included, but if you have questions, put them in the comments, and I'll get to them. The partaking of the wine in the garage lets me know you're the perfect person to travel with. Yeah, wine in the garage it's the way we do it. It is how we do. It's how we do it. Mary Ellen knows. Mary Ellen and I had a lovely gin and tonic nightcap in Iceland one night. It was the perfect way to cap off the evening. Okay, so what is included? So double occupancy in tents. So they do put 2 people in a tent. You can pay a little extra to have your own tent if you want that. And if I would probably do that, honestly, just because I am what do you call it? An ambivert. I am sometimes super social and I'm sometimes super not social. Or maybe it's better said that I need non-social time in order to recharge for social time. Biz, if you're here, Biz feels the same. She knows what I'm talking about. Anyway, totally understand if you want your own tent, but just know that they do a really good job of pairing people. They send you a survey beforehand asking about like sleeping habits and your sleeping schedule and personality and all that stuff. And I don't think we've had a bad roommate match yet. And I've hosted quite a few trips at this point. So don't be scared of sharing a tent with a stranger. Literally everyone on my trips is freaking awesome. It's really rewarding, like doing whatever this is that I do, to know that you can like pluck a random group of people from my followers and they're all going to be just like awesome and supportive and fun. And anyway, okay, I've gotten off topic. Local guides, we'll have local guides. We'll have 2 usually guides, and they're always freaking amazing. Last time it was 2 young French girls who could not have been more incredible. We had a blast with them. Your airport transfer. So when you arrive to the airport, you'll be picked up in a bus with the group and taken to the campground and same at the end of the trip. That's how you'll get back to the airport. What else? Oh, all the activities that we do, and then most of the food. In fact, maybe almost all of the food. I think we might have 1 or 2 meals to ourselves the day that we're free in Banff, which you want. Again, like Banff's food is pretty awesome. But for the most part, all the meals. So the meals that are included. Oh, here they are. 5 breakfasts, 3 lunches, and 5 dinners. So it looks like we have a couple lunches on our own. Okay. Is that everything? I think I'm ready to answer some questions. If there are any, maybe there aren't any. Oh, I know the last thing I need to tell you. It goes on sale tomorrow morning. It goes on sale at 8 a.m. Pacific, 11 Eastern, 9 Mountain, 10 Central. Again, those first 12 spots are at the early bird price. And if you sign up on the trip page, which the link is in my bio, if you sign up under the like get notified box on the right with your email, you will get an email literally the second that it goes on sale, so that you are immediately notified. Okay, let me check questions. YouTube, I don't see any questions there. Okay. Becky said honesty sells. What was I too honest about? Tell me. Dana said I'll only come if Thor comes. So Thor was our guide in Iceland, and was incredible, and he was such a good storyteller, and he was also the driver. So we were in like a big Sprinter van type thing, and he would drive us around to everywhere that we were going. And while we were driving, he would tell us these epic stories, and he like was such a good storyteller, and he would do all these voices and create these characters. And I was like, you know what, I'm gonna Google this dude. And I Googled him, and he's an Icelandic actor who's like been in a lot of American Hollywood films and is like kind of a big deal there. And between acting jobs, he's a tour guide, and he was freaking amazing. And I figured that out either like I think the first or second day, and I kept it to myself because I was like, he probably doesn't want everybody to know, like, you know, that that's what he does. And finally, the last day, I couldn't keep it in anymore. I had to tell a couple people, and then Becky said glamping, not yeah. Well, I don't want to mislead anybody. I guess it depends on what you think is glamping. I mean, after shitting in the woods and wearing the same clothes for the last 5 months, a roof is glamping to me. A toilet within 6 miles is glamping to me. But I think most people probably think of something a little more luxurious. Yeah, and his name was Thor. Right? Could that be any more like famous Icelandic actor? And he was so handsome. I shouldn't have said that on. I hope he's not watching. I don't mind if he is. Hi, Thor. He's happily married to a woman. Okay. Questions. Does anyone have any questions? I don't see questions in YouTube or Instagram. So I think we might be done here. I've got to go do my nightly skincare routine. I'm so dewy. And not like because I'm all moisturized. Are there a lot of wild animals out there? I mean, that's a hard question. Yeah. Are they hanging out in campgrounds? Are they coming around your tents at night? No. It's interesting how desensitized I am to all of that now after living in the woods for 5 months, and mostly cowboy camping. Cowboy camping is when you don't set up a tent, you just camp on the ground. And at first I was super nervous about that, and then I got really comfortable with it, and I'm so glad that I did. I think tents are stupid. Unless it's raining, tents are stupid. They take time to set up. They're a pain in the butt to set up. They take time to take down. They're a pain in the butt to take down. Depending on what type of tent you have, it affects whether or not you can see the stars. And if a bear comes, you have 1, maybe 2 ways to get out. I don't like that. How trapped? I don't like that. I like the idea that if a bear approaches me, I literally can go any direction and go away. I don't want to be trapped in a circle of canvas that has 1 little exit. So anyway, I don't know how I got off on that, but a big fan of cowboy camping. Dana, 22 people. She asked how many people again. 22 is the max, and 12 is the early bird pricing. Okay. Well, if no one has any other questions, I think we'll call it a day. I just wanted to give the details. I'm so excited for tomorrow morning. I'll see who's joining me. That'll be fun. So, okay. If you have any other questions, DM me. Otherwise, I'll see you tomorrow. Bye, y'all. Oh, I don't know how to end all these. Oh, Lord. Okay. Yeah, end now, please. God. Oh, no. Yeah, I want to end it.